Hey guys, what is up? It is Bib07 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. I have been on a little bit of a hiatus from video making, but if you guys read the description of my last video, which was the Clue Scroll Chronicles video, I did go on vacation this weekend, so I was not around from pretty much Thursday until late Sunday into Monday, so I didn't really have time to make any videos over the weekend, and there was no update yesterday. The update did come out today because Jagex, or I guess not just Jagex, but the whole entirety of, I guess, London was on holiday or whatever. They had a day off from work yesterday, but yeah, I am going to talk about some of the patch notes that they released. There was no big update this day, but there were quite a lot of patch notes on the forums, although nothing too, really interesting on there, I would say. But in general, there are a couple things that I wanted to touch on. Of course, next week we are supposedly getting the player-owned farms. They have reconfirmed that their release date is next week quite recently, so surprises all around, if you ask me, that this was not delayed after they announced its release date nearly a month in advance. That's usually how they tend to get themselves into delaying things. But either way, looking forward to that coming out for sure. Hopefully it's pretty fun and interesting. But either way, first up on their list is the raffle is returning once again. It has happened every year for quite a few years at this point. I'm not sure how many exactly, but basically it's going on from September 1st until October 5th, so just over a month, and it's working the same way as before. You get one free raffle ticket every day, and you can get a second one per day by completing your daily challenge. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then they're doing quite a few of the rewards that were from previous years. There's golden god swords on every Monday. There's 2 portable deposit boxes on Tuesdays, 3 large protein packs on Wednesdays, which is pretty useless. So I'm sure if you want to get the protein packs, you will definitely have a really good chance of winning them if you put your things in on Wednesday. On Thursdays, there is golden war priest armor. On Fridays, there are 3 death touch darts. So if you win, you get 3 darts. And there's 20,000 lots of 3 darts, so that's where I'm going to be putting all of my tickets for sure. Just because those are the only, I don't really care about the cosmetics. And then Saturdays are golden barrows sets, and Sundays are the new addition to this year, golden chaotics, which I'm sure would look pretty cool, especially maybe the claws and. Well, it looks like they don't have them all on here, so that's unfortunate. But maybe the claws and the long swords would look pretty sweet for that. But yeah, looking forward to the raffle. It's always a pretty cool little event. I mean, nothing like super exciting about it, but still, that's something they mentioned. Of course, this upcoming weekend is Double XP weekend. Definitely looking forward to that. I will be grinding out Slayer during the weekend. That's the only thing I'm going to be working on. I'm not going to do Dungeoneering because or maybe I will finish off Dungeoneering. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I might just smash it out quick and get it finished. But regardless, I will mainly be focusing on Slayer during the weekend. I still need a little over 50 mil XP. I'm pretty much almost exactly halfway to 120. So I hope to get, I don't really know. Let's see, how much XP is it to like 117 as just like a random guess. Yeah, that would be nice to get 117 at least. I'm not sure. I don't really know how much I'm going to play. But I definitely will be doing a lot of Slayer. So looking forward to the double XP weekend for sure. And then there was just after that a bunch of patches, and literally there was a massive number of them on the forums, although not a lot of them were really that useful. Like a lot of the ones on the forums are just like small typos or whatever, but the ones they highlighted on the main page were the Desert Amulet 4 now has the ability to teleport the player to the Ruins of Uzer, which is kind of useful. Previously, I mean, you could just teleport to Narda and then take the carpet to Uzer, which doesn't take too much longer, but it's nice to have a little bit more convenience on that, for especially for doing like the Desert Elite Clue Scan. That will be very useful for that. So yeah, good to see that. Another change to teleport, the dig site pendant can now be used to teleport to the exam center. So I do have a compacted dig site pendant, and it's going to be way more useful now for the clues that happen in and around the dig site, because previously it only teleported you near that rope that you go down to get on curse prayers, and that wasn't really near the actual clue locations that you wanted to be doing. So I wasn't super happy with it, but I'm glad to see they're adding this new location on, because it's definitely going to be useful, be able to get straight to the exam center. A lot of clues take place in the exam center itself, and then there is a master clue that happens in the nearby little ditch, whatever, with the lady. I don't know her name. It's Digger, Celia something maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, glad to see that teleport edition. That's pretty cool. And that was all the really interesting ones they listed on the main page. And they didn't actually link to the patch notes on the main update page, which they usually do. That was kind of an annoyance. You have to go through the forums yourself to find them, which, you know, not a huge deal, but a bit of an inconvenience, especially for people who don't really know where the patch notes would be. But let me see what exactly I want to mention here. They implemented the change to reprisal that they teased a while ago. So you can now activate your reprisal a second time to unleash the damage early. There's still the same amount of time where it will automatically release, but if you do want to release it early for whatever reason, you're now able to do that. I can't see that being very useful in, like, I don't know, in really any situation, unless you like know you've taken 10,000 damage and you can just let the damage go. I don't know. It just seems like it would be more effort than it's worth just to let it go off automatically, because it's not like it lasts a whole long time, really. So, yeah, it would have been a huge change if you were able to store the damage indefinitely and release it when you wanted. But I do feel like that would also be a bit OP. So, I guess kind of good that they didn't actually do that. But either way, definitely an interesting change. We'll see if anybody actually finds a use for it. But yeah, I really can't see there being one. I'm not sure if you're able to like use the ability to and then like switch targets and have the damage go to a different target, but if so, that might make it a little bit more useful. But yeah, then we have some typos, a bunch of typos. Oh, look at that, we already got our thieving one. I don't really understand why can't I get off this thing? I don't understand why they feel the need to put all of these things in the patch notes. It really just clutters it, and nobody gives a shit about them fixing typos. Just kind of an annoyance, in my opinion, especially because they don't put actually significant changes in the patch notes sometimes, but they do decide to add all these typos. One, for example, from this week is in Elite Dungeon 2, the second boss has this mechanic where it drops a type of an element, and you can pick it up and disperse it into eggs. If you don't pick it up at all, it deals 4k damage. If you pick it up and don't disperse it, I think it was a 9k damage hit on you. And previously, you could resonance it for a nice little heal, or well, really a full health heal, so it wasn't little at all, but a nice heal. But they've changed it so that if you resonance that hit now, it doesn't heal you. Now, I don't disagree with the change necessarily, because it made the boss a bit too easy, if you ask me. And it was also typeless damage, which doesn't usually heal you when you resonance it, so it didn't make much sense within the game itself. But they didn't list that in the patch notes for some reason, and they decided to just have this typos in here and stuff. So that's just a bit of an annoyance I had, but that's another change that you definitely want to be aware of if you're doing ED2, because can't blow health and expect to get a full health heal from that attack anymore. They also removed a part of the fence and added a path to the Wizards Guild entrance from the west. So if you tele to the Yanil Lodestone, you won't have to walk all the way around the Wizards Guild to get in, which is nice convenience for that clue scroll that's in there, as well as doing rune shop runs for money or on Iron Man. So that's definitely really useful for sure. Other than that, I don't think there was anything for a little bit here. Like, I just have to sift through all of these random things that are just a grammatical error, a spelling error, a typo. It's just like, please, nobody cares about these types of things. They just want to see the actual important updates that are, you know, actually making a difference within the game. And I'm trying to find them for you guys here, but of course it is a bit tough when they actually had to do a second forum post for the rest of the updates, which I don't think I've ever seen them do before this point, but that's a separate thing entirely, I think. But yeah, I don't even know if there was anything else I wanted to address here. They misgendered Tuska at some point in these patch notes, but it appears they've fixed that and changed it back to lass instead of guy. I guess Tuska is a female. I'm not sure. I never knew that. Don't really care. I thought Tuska was dead, by the way. Is that not the case? Why would they care about holes in their back if they're dead at this point? I'm not sure. But yeah, literally just a whole bunch of fluff, typos, and, you know, unimportant changes. One thing here, crystal trees will now move locations at a specific time, which is every 2 hours starting from 0 o'clock game time. So that's nice to have consistency on when they will be moving about if you are using them to train, for sure. So I think that's pretty nice to see. But again, see, to even realize that or know that, I had to sift through all these bullshit typo changes and stuff. I don't like that at all, for sure. But now moving on. Okay, so we're at the end of the other, which is all the typos and everything, and we are going to be moving on now to the ninja fixes, which there weren't really a whole lot of interesting ones. Like, other and ninja fixes are almost no different at this point to me. Like, they pretty much have the same type of updates in them. So it's kind of unfortunate that ninja fixes have gone downhill a bit, in my opinion, at least. They relist the dig site pendant thing. Oh, that must have been a ninja fix. A bunch of random stuff about lore books and whatever. You can now kill Nex for the God Wars daily challenge. People complained about that, I think. So that was nice to see that they fixed that. But other than that, I mean, really, honestly, nothing different in here. Players with non-usable... Yeah, they fixed the Thieving Cape perk. If you're using the Thieving Cape within a max cape or using the Thieving Master Cape, it previously did not give you the RD Cape buff, but now it does, finally. One thing that I think they need to change really bad, because I've actually been playing on my Iron Man a bit, and as a result I've been doing herb runs, and this really annoys me. I don't understand why this is a thing. If someone knows why, you can please enlighten me, but why can you fucking drag this stuff around? Like, can I put it on my bar? Like, why would I want to do that? But can I do it from here? No, you can't even do that. So you can't switch where these things are. You can't, like, I can't drag it to my inventory. I can't drag it out to withdraw it. There's no reason you should be able to drag these. And it's so sensitive. Like, if you barely move it, it drags and you don't get your compost, which is really annoying when you're doing farm runs and stuff. So fix that shit, please, because it's super pointless and annoying. I don't understand it at all. Yeah, a bit of a rant there, but it has pissed me off a bit recently. And then one little Easter egg or teaser or whatever that they added as well. If you head to Taverley, I'm not sure if this is the case in other locations as well, but there's chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla cows here as kind of like a teaser for the Player Owned Farms update coming next week, which I thought was pretty cool. As you can see, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla. I assume these are going to be part of it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. They look pretty nice. I think it's definitely a cool little change, and I'm looking forward to that update next week for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think of these patches in the comments. I don't know. There's nothing too significant really, but Hopefully the player-owned farms update next week will deliver. I'll be making a video on the month ahead for September whenever that does come out, and likely the next series video will probably be either Slayer or Collection King. I'm not sure which. And I also might be reviving a very old series that I used to do soon. So you guys can maybe look forward to that. No promises though, but we'll have to wait and see. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.